Yeah.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the GinTV podcast. As always, your boy EAZY.
And A1DasauceGod.
And make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment, all the above, all that. Today we didn't get a drink. We actually made a drink because we've been had these bottles for a minute and ain't touched some shit. So
Yeah.
I put a little bit of Bacardi, grenadine,
Okay.
some Malibu. I went for like a tropical vibe, some lemonade. I put some.
I could taste it. Yeah. I could
Some
taste where
Newman's
you're going
Zone,
with
can't go wrong with that shit.
it.
Top 5 lemonade.
I felt where you were going with it. You know me, I'm a fucking savage. I went tear through it.
Word.
Yeah, I don't got shit left.
All right, so on today's episode, we want to address some comments.
Okay.
So on last week's episode, we had Conrad, who was a Hebrew Israelite, and he had a lot of interesting things to say.
A lot, yeah.
Some we agree with, some we don't.
Right.
And obviously, we dropped a clip on TikTok that's been going decently viral, and y'all had some good
Rebuttals.
feedback.
Yeah.
So y'all had some good feedback to us, and like as much as we like to argue, everybody like it's
There wasn't much that could be said.
yeah,
you
as
know?
much. So one of the comments that Conrad said that we didn't really talk. We didn't oppose him when he said it. Is like he said that African Americans are the only people in this country without culture. And when he said it, the way I took it was like I thought he meant it like what the only people here without an origin, right? Like they don't
That's
know
exactly
where
I was
they're
going
from,
with
right?
It,
That's how I took it.
Right.
You guys took it very literal but I don't blame y'all. I mean, he did say those words, right? So
right.
I'm talking when I say like I interpreted what he said as an origin state, but like he could have flat out been saying that African Americans don't have culture in America.
Right.
So I don't want to exactly speak for him and say what he did or didn't say, but like that's how we took it.
Yeah.
And if he did meant it that way, he is absolutely wrong. I think African Americans do have a culture in America. I mean, obviously, like, and how a lot of y'all said, it's like one of the most influential cultures. Like, it kind of pushes a lot of things into the world. Like, we agree. As far as food, music, art, you know what I mean? Like, it's all African American culture. Like, so
Do you think that African Americans today still have culture? Like, I feel like once upon a time, like, I don't think really the culture is sustained anymore. Like, I feel like, the music that we came up with, the jazz, the blues and stuff like that kind of died out. The food kind of still lingers, I feel like it's more traditional at this point. We still cook it because it's just what we've been doing.
yeah, but
The artwork is pretty much older artwork that we held on to. We don't really like create anything new. We don't uphold any type of new type of I guess traditions in a way or culture in a way. So like, do you think that what he meant by that is like there's nothing, like I feel like there's periods in time where like we had culture and that's what we considered our culture to be, but to have like an overall culture, I don't know.
I think so. I think well, one, just because you're not up on jazz or not, I mean in like singular,
Right.
like just because we're not up on jazz and like traditional music or old school music, you know what I'm saying, or art, doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm sure there's like a lot of new like literal artists, like I'm saying, that paint, draw, sculpt in America right now, right, that are black that we just don't know about because that's not the lane that we kind of take that much interest in, right?
Right.
And as far as like the food, I mean, that's to me is a strong culture because like this is food that was like 400 years ago that probably started, right? That we're like now is like it's just so common to you that you don't even like look at it as culture because like that's all you know. But like to me, I guess that is like culture at its core because like you're so deep in the culture that like it's just regular to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I said. Like, I feel like food would be the most sustainable one. But when you think of, what do you think of when you think of culture? Like, I guess let's start.
I mean,
there.
like I think like the literal definition of culture is like the arts, food, and like music that like a group of people creates. I mean, like hip hop is culture. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? Like that's very vibrant
Prevalent
right
today,
now.
yeah.
Like I mean, that's not like something that's coming right. Like
Uh-huh.
it's constantly evolving. Like bro, just the hair itself. Like the hair is culture. You know what I mean? Like braids, waves,
Right.
like that is African American culture. Like, you know what I mean? That's like how I take it. And then another comment that y'all brought up that was pretty interesting was how come the Caribbeans, you know, people from the Caribbean, like, you know, Jamaica, DR, Barbados, like, how come they never get this backlash of like people saying they don't have culture when they've been on those islands just as long as, you know, some slaves have been here in America, right? And that was a good fucking point, yo. Like, I wish we would have thought to say that when Conrad was here. So like, because I would like to hear his point of view on that. You know what I mean? So like, yo, y'all got us. Like,
I think so. I kind like I said, I kind of see both sides of it. So like, obviously, you know, I can't say much about America because I'm not American, right? I'm American, but like my family, I wasn't raised as an American. You know, so like when you talk about Caribbean culture, I think what separates the difference is that Caribbean culture and most Southern Hemisphere culture is like easily identifiable, whereas like American culture lacks that in a sense. Where I feel like, you know, Caribbean culture as a whole, when you think of the Caribbean culture, one specific image comes up, right? And then when you go to each island then has its own like subdivision of that, right? And I think that's what's kind of lacking in America. I think America just has primarily the subdivisions. So like you have like New Orleans where their culture, like they have their art, their music, their food, their stuff like that, right? But you go over to Atlanta and they have their stuff like that. But I think Americans as a whole doesn't have.
Well, are you talking about Americans or just African Americans?
African Americans as a whole doesn't have like this one thing that you could think of. I mean, if you think of like African Americans and you're probably outside, you're probably the first thing that come to mind is like hip hop, urban wear kind of thing. I guess you could say, right? But like,
but that to me is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like maybe you could say that.
But that is culture, right? I feel like it's like you're almost kind of trying to downplay it because maybe it doesn't have the longevity to you as like maybe the Caribbean culture.
Not so much that, like, it's not so much I'm trying to downplay. I just say it's not kind of like a blanketed thing is what I'm trying to say. You know, like I said, like,
yeah, but that is, I think that is still culture. Like it's like subdivisions of culture, just like you said, like in different islands, like, right. Like, you know, like, all right, I'm assuming, right. Like, do you know the difference between like, you know, a Haitian, a Dominican, or a Bayesian? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah. Yeah,
like they all have like their own music, right? Even though they're similar in certain styles.
They have their own music, they have their own style, they all have their own festivals, they have their own history.
Yo, but then it's like they have it all, right? But at the end of the day, like you could see the similarities in a lot of them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? Which so like, but that's the thing, right? Like the Florida culture, right? Like grills, they got like the Kodak hair. You know what I'm saying, with like the
right.
like New York African American culture, right? Like Tim's, like just swag, right? Like they got their own accent. It's there, right? But like, even though like they're all somewhat individual and different, you still see the similarities because.
I mean, so what would you say American Black urban American culture is outside of like? I guess let's just take hip hop out of it. Hey, what would you say when you think of like Black American culture? What would you say that is?
I think hair is a big part of it.
Okay.
I think just like the styles of hair. I think swag. Like just literally like innovation of clothing and like art and swag. I feel like that. Like I think it's easy to point out like Black American culture.
Okay.
So once again, I think you know, that's we kind of dropped the ball when that part came out in the last week's episode.
We could have definitely had him expand a little bit more on it.
You know, like, you know, that's on us. Like, yo, thank you. We appreciate the feedback. Yo, you know, another thing that he said that I disagreed with him as he said it, but I did not vocalize it. And some of y'all might be like, "Oh, this guy's full of shit." Like, he's just saying this now. Was
right.
when he said that Black leaders in America were all failures.
Okay.
So because he said we're all now free. I think that was a kind of an insane statement to make. I saw the way I interpreted from his point of view was like, I think he meant like as a mentality. I think as a mentality, some people are still slaves to the system.
Right.
Right. He. Like, you know, Martin Luther King didn't free everybody mentally, but physically, you know what I mean? Like those leaders like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, like they have done a lot for Black people in America. So to say like they're failures as leaders is a crazy statement. I mean, maybe they're like they didn't do as much as they could.
They could have, yeah.
I mean, they were also murdered.
Not even could have. I feel like maybe they didn't do as much as people thought that they would have.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like they did it. I think to free slaves for one, then to
civil rights movement,
then
like,
to end segregation. Like, I think that those are really major things. It's almost like baby steps, you know. But to say, I think where he was coming from is like a place of like systemic racism, because like racism, when you think of like, okay, slavery is no longer a thing. People associate slavery with racism and trying to say like, okay, well, if slavery is dead, racism is no longer there as well. But that part of it is where I think he's holding on to say they failed. And now, would I say they necessarily failed? No, but I think they definitely propelled us in a place a lot further than where we were before.
I mean, we literally probably couldn't do this podcast like if they wasn't for them. You know what I mean? So like,
absolutely.
But once again,
give it like 60 years ago, or no, 80 years ago, bro.
So like once again, we are kind of speaking for him. Like, these are things that we should have brought up when he was up here.
Right.
So like, this isn't to shade him. A lot of you did say like, yo, this is a stupid man. He's an educated, uneducated man. So like, y'all are definitely wrong with that. Like, yes, he does have his own ideals that you may disagree with, but like, that is not a dumb guy. Like, he is very well researched. Like,
he put the time in.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody come up with their own conclusions, you know? Like, think about like different religions to this day. Like, not to veer too far off, you know? Everybody, like, we all had one meeting point, right? We all read from the same Bible, but then there's Pentecostal, there's Baptist, there's all these different people that have their own understanding of the information that they read. And he just gave us his understanding of the information he read. Does that make him wrong? No, he just interpreted it differently. And I think that, you know, whenever you're doing your own journey or your own soul searching and information, that's gonna come about. You know,
you're gonna come up with your own.
You're gonna come up with your own ideas, your own thoughts, and that is what identifies us as individuals. You know, that's what makes us different.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, like, when y'all like, this guy has spent like thousands of dollars on books to read this shit. Like, I mean, we have conversations off camera that like, you know, never makes it, so you guys wouldn't know. But like, this isn't like an ignorant man. Like, I know some of the stuff like that he said make him off ignorant. Like, and understandably why. Like, I understand why you might have interpreted that way. But like, this guy researched his shit. You know what I mean? Like, he'd be. And that's why, maybe we're like a little bit intimidated. Like, I don't even know if I'm like authorized to like
qualified to have this discussion
shit
with
out.
you.
But we should have. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sometimes, like, you know, when we have guests on, like, we're just kind of more like focused on just like
getting the information.
Because we're learning live. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I'm trying to like understand his point of views and stuff that he came from. Like, I mean. After we had that conversation, like, you know, am I going to become a Hebrew Israelite? No.
Right.
But like, do I respect him as a person and his beliefs? Yeah.
I mean, you know what it's supposed to be for? Like, this platform isn't supposed to be us teaching you things. It's supposed to be primarily just opening up the idea so that you can go off and like kind of start that journey yourself. You know, like, this isn't supposed to be the one-stop shop for like all the information. So everything you got out of that episode isn't specifically like the end all be all. You know, it's supposed to, okay, well, that triggered like some excitement in my mind. Let me go learn some more about it. Let me dive a little bit deeper. Let me try to validate what he said. Let me invalidate what he says. And I feel like that's the whole purpose of conversation. You know, that's the whole reason why we have these discussions. And so that way, you know what, okay, well, we had a conversation with him this time where we were, you know, not qualified or didn't really have that much information, but what it's going to do now next time, we have a little bit more information for the next guest that may be a Hebrew Israelite, or next time we could actually build up a little bit more of a foundation of conversation, you know? But I don't know. Don't look at us as like a one-stop shop. We're we like to have fun. We love to be educational as well, but definitely go off and do your own research whenever, you know, we present some stuff to you.
Bottom line, we definitely appreciate the feedback. Like, we are a new podcast. We're still learning and growing, and you know, these are things that we need to work on when we interview people. Like,
and we love it. Like, we love the feedback. Definitely. We love people tell us why we're wrong. You know,
as mean as you guys are.
Tell us how
we
much
do have feelings.
Nah, fuck the feeling shit. Tell us exactly how you feel. You know, if we're wrong, we're wrong. If we should have done better, we should have done better. If we're trash, we're trash. You know.
And the most important part, though, and I cannot stress this enough.
Okay.
Is whenever you see content, including ours, that you don't like, feel free to scroll, man. Like I just, it's insane to me the amount of people that did not like that episode or that clip that just like revisited.
Right.
Like they just one guy just kept commenting back and forth with me, right? And it's
but
like,
thank you for doing that.
It's like, but do you not get the irony of what you're doing?
You're pushing our shit.
You're promoting the thing that you hate. Quotation mark.
Right.
It's okay just to scroll. Like I don't get people.
You know what? But I'm actually happy that they didn't, especially in this case where like, I like open dialogue, and I'm not to say that we're not perfect and we're not experts at by any means, but like, I feel like if they had scrolled past this, then we wouldn't have known where we went wrong.
No, for sure. No, I do appreciate it, but it's
but
just,
I love but I see where you're going with it.
It's always just the most insane thing to me that like people give the most attention to the shit that they hate. It's so crazy.
Which promotes it even more.
Yeah.
It's just the completely counterproductive thing that they want. Like, if you see information that you don't like, don't interact with it, and the less people would be able to see it. But,
like you're helping it grow. Like that's just like, do not get it. But sir,
that's what they say. Like, bad news is like a cancer. Like, your misinformation spreads faster than good information.
All right, so that's that. Thanks for the feedback. So, anyways, bro. So, how was your Thanksgiving?
Actually, pretty chill. I took a week off of work. Kind of had to like recenter myself. Technically, these new buzzwords that people are using these days. Kind of had to like center myself again.
You know what? Dudes like you just disgust me.
Fuck it. It is what it is.
Recenter yourself?
Recenter myself, man.
Bro, are you even trying to make it in life?
You know what
You're
it is,
taking time off, bro. You gotta be grinding 24 hours, man.
24 hours a day.
Bro, did you even open up an LLC last week? Like, what did you do? Did you do anything productive? Took time off?
Took time off, man.
Yo, these new men, these women are right, bro.
Fuck it.
They don't make men how they used to anymore.
Hey, call it what you want. Like, that time off was that time off was fucking amazing, though.
Nah, time off.
Yo, it was great. Like, the greatest thing off. It was definitely well needed. But I enjoyed Thanksgiving. I enjoyed it with the fam, and then we ended up linking up later on in the day. Great food. Yeah. Great food.
What do you think about so like me personally, I'm not a big Thanksgiving person.
Really?
I honestly just look at it like, for like the first 9 years of my life, I didn't like celebrate Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying, like it's also funny to me that most Americans don't know that like the rest of the world does not celebrate Thanksgiving.
Surprisingly, a lot of people do.
No, but like a couple around like here, but like most of the world like does not celebrate Thanksgiving. Yo, what do you think about the people that are always like preaching every year, like, like, y'all need to stop celebrating Thanksgiving. Like, y'all are celebrating.
I had a conversation about this actual fucking Thanksgiving, right? So my uncle, and there's no shade to him, right? But my uncle did not come to Thanksgiving because the same reason, you guys need to stop promoting Thanksgiving,
celebrating the murder of the indigenous
people. And it's like,
people.
you know what? Like, okay, like, all right, what does that do for you? Like, not coming to Thanksgiving. All you're really doing is you're just harming yourself. We're still doing it at the end of the day.
He's standing on his morals. You gotta respect that.
Bro, fuck that shit. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's a time for like you and your family to like enjoy each other. Like,
I get that shit, but why do it on Thanksgiving?
That's the day that was set apart. Like,
I'm saying, but why don't people collectively like pick another date that doesn't celebrate the murder of indigenous people? What?
Because it's not a holiday. That's the reason why. Niggas don't got the time off and shit.
Can we all just like, all right, like, what's Thanksgiving on the 24th, 28th?
No, the last Thursday is never the same day.
I'm saying, but it's always on the same day, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's always the last Thursday.
Of the month.
Yo, what? Yo, let's pick like the first Monday of like the month or something. I don't know. I mean, like, why do we always?
We gotta band together as the people to make that decision. But I think until then, stop using excuses to like celebrate things with your family. Like, even like I said, I grew up really religious, right? And like, the extreme religious people, or the extreme Christians, don't even celebrate Christmas, right? And I always felt like that was such a cop out to like not buy your family gifts.
Oh, you think they're just being cheap?
Bro, I swear it was always those people that were just like, no, I'm not celebrating that pagan holiday. And it's like, just buy a gift for your friend. Like, you will say, I would rather do it throughout the year, but then you don't do it throughout the year. Like, you don't buy gifts for your family at any other point in time.
You know what I'm hearing right now, bro?
Go ahead,
You're just too lost in the sauce. You're too deep in the matrix.
Call it what you want, but I think people like that, bro, like they tend to like make reasons to justify like stupidity. Like, just enjoy the time with your family.
Really think about this shit, right?
Okay.
How wild is Thanksgiving for like the real or the Native Americans that are left?
Oh, it's crazy as fuck.
Like, I mean, that's
It is
crazy.
It's a crazy fucking
bro.
holiday.
Like for them just to eat that shit every fucking year. Like,
Swallow that pill, bro.
Yo, they just go to Walmart and see all these like fucking was it
turkeys and fucking pilgrims and shit like that.
What's that shit called? Decorations.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like for Native Americans to just like see like Thanksgiving decorations every year.
Everywhere
and they just got because those people are like they're really into like
spiritualism and all that
their
shit,
culture.
Yeah. Right.
They have culture too. but like, and they know where they came from and they know what happened
to the people where they came from.
And then like this celebrate. I mean,
you know what's the equivalent of like imagine a holiday that celebrated the slavery
slave day. I was just gonna say that shit.
Imagine that. Like,
and you just gotta eat that shit. But then like what's even worse, like what if they just made delicious ass food on that day?
Give me the day off, I wanna give a fuck.
You're wild.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, like it shit happened. Like it is what it is. Like give me the day off from work. We'll consider it even, and then
can we
keep it pushing.
Since we're talking about Black American culture, can we actually give it up to Black American culture for really changing the Thanksgiving dinner up? Because I feel like it was probably really bland before Black Americans got involved in Thanksgiving. I mean, even like
dry ass turkeys.
Like, all right, what do you fuck with more, turkey or ham?
I hate both, honestly.
What
the I don't like either.
This is what I mean. this is exactly. Why do you fucking do this to me? It's
all right, so there's a reason why. There's a reason why. So growing up, part of my religion is we couldn't eat pork.
Can you ham? Right. I
respect
that.
And then turkey, I always just felt like it was like extremely dry.
Yeah,
like, it's a shitty meat.
So you fuck with the ham.
Taste
wise, it's good. Like let's just
eat this shit. Yeah.
Well, you couldn't eat it. You couldn't allow it, but you fuck with it. I'll be right. No, I get it.
We have we'll have turkey ham instead. Like,
what?
We have turkey ham instead.
Because turkey itself is just I don't like it. It's just too dry. And I know some people can make their turkey good, but like most of my life, any turkey I've ever had was just
extremely like, dry.
Cardboard, right?
Right.
Not even
cardboard, fucking cotton balls.
Ham? What's your dream Thanksgiving plate?
Dream?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese gotta be up there. Yams gotta be up there. Stuffing gotta be up there. I do any other kind of meat. Any other meat is cool with me too. And then sweet potato pie to top it all off. And I didn't have any this year. And I was really
you know
upset.
what I had this year, bro? So it's actually down south culture.
Okay.
My first time having it. It's like sweet potato poutine or something like that. I don't know.
Poutine?
I don't eat
like potatoes. Like
nah, bro. Nah. I'm not saying it right, but it's like the sweet potato. It's like kind of like it's not the pie, but it's almost like a little gelatinous. When I tell you, it shit on the regular sweet potato pie, like
really?
son. Like I just got one.
Have some from?
One of my girls' aunts made it.
Okay.
And she cooked.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like I need my girl to get that
that recipe done
ASAP. But my dream Thanksgiving plate is I'm gonna go with the sweet ham.
Sweet ham. Okay.
Sweet ham.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Shout out to Dudes this year because he made that shit.
Mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Yeah, and please don't kill me for this, but I choose cabbage over greens. I just like cabbage. Cabbage to me is better than greens. That's very unpopular opinion. I know. I get it.
That's almost enough to put you on the stake for that shit.
That is. People get tight with that shit.
You know what crazy thing is? My family, we're from the Caribbean. We don't make fucking greens. But like, I feel like greens is such a staple though.
I know it is. But I just like cabbage better, yo.
Okay.
Like, so what I say? Ham, sweet ham.
Yep.
Mashed potatoes. Cabbage.
Yep.
I'll go with the mac and cheese.
Okay.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
And you just put some gravy on top of that shit and call it a day for me.
Okay.
Yo, you know what I tried this year?
You said sweet potatoes?
But that's for dessert.
Sweet potatoes?
Oh, I'm talking about sweet potato
like
pie.
Yams.
I'm talking about candy yams.
Yeah.
I go without it.
What?
Yeah, I said it.
That's fucking nuts.
Here's
crazy.
Here's the weird part.
You talking about me with the fucking turkey and the ham shit? That's crazy.
I'm gonna reach out to you. Here's the weird part to me. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. This is big to me.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about the other thing. I'm
gonna break down the candy yams to you. I'm gonna break it down to you. and potato salad. I fucking love potato salad.
Man, get back to the
All right,
candy
all right,
yams.
so here's my thing, okay? I like candy yams, right?
Yeah.
But to me, candy yams is how I treat candy yams how people treat potato salad. Like, I can't eat just everybody's candy yams. I've had so much bad candy yams throughout my life that like it's just I got like PTSD when it comes to candy yams. Like, so if I go to somebody's house and they have candy yams, I always take a little bit at first
To taste it.
So it's like most of the time I feel like I don't get the good candy yams. Like it's a very rare dish to me that's cooked well. That's in my personal opinion.
So I want to meet you. I want to meet you where you're at.
Okay.
I do want to meet you where you're at. So I'm all right. I'll let that one slide.
Yo, because you know what it is? I think sometimes I hate when people make it too stringy.
Okay, I see what
you
you
know
mean.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you ever like ate like it's just like they didn't cook it all the way fucking through,
Right, and
you're like it's
threads
almost
and
like you're
shit.
fucking flossing with
Right.
it. Like that's happened to
I
me
don't know, bro. I
throughout
feel
like
like
most of my early life.
the sex that fucking candy yams and mac and cheese
No,
has,
I was
bro,
gonna say, but that combo, yeah,
it
you're
makes
right.
up for it. Like it makes up for the lack every time, bro.
I get it.
Like no matter what, like even like some shitty candy yams, I feel like when that mac and cheese and the candy yams have an orgasm together, like it's crazy, bro.
They
It's just
orgasm.
sensational.
Yo, is that what like is that what the gravy is?
Exactly. That's what that nut is. The fucking yam nut at the bottom.
No. I mean, yo, it's a crazy combo when it's done right.
All right.
All right, but you know what I did try this year for the first time ever, which was very overhyped to me.
Okay.
And like my mom randomly made it. Has never done this in her fucking life.
So maybe it just wasn't that good.
No. Well, it's not something you make.
Okay.
Cranberry sauce.
Really?
Yeah, I've never tried it. And this year, randomly this year she bought the can and
That shit is fire, nigga.
it was okay.
Amazing.
It was okay.
That's one of the best. Actually, I'll put that on my list too.
It was okay to me.
Ah, man, that shit is.
Maybe
really
she got the
good.
wrong can. I don't know, but it was the standard
She
can.
didn't get Ocean Spray.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit is fire, bro.
it was all right. I could never have it again. I'll be okay.
You know, if it was like off-brand shit, I would have been like, okay, because sometimes the off-brand ones kind of taste kind of tinny. Like you could tell it came from a can. But Ocean Spray, they do it perfect. Like I need to have candy yams on my plate every time.
Really?
Every single time.
Huh.
Like,
Yo, what do you?
I like candy yams.
Yeah.
The cranberry sauce.
Yo, what do you eat it with?
Dolly, nigga. Like I can
you
eat
eat
it.
it.
I could have a can myself.
Really?
Like just a can of that shit just by me. Like I'm good.
You just taking that shit to the head?
I could just take it to the head, bro. Eat out the can.
Cause prior to it, like I said, I never had it prior to this year. So I was asking people for advice. I'm like, yo, what do I do with this shit? It's like if I run
Should I mix it with something?
if I ran into cranberry sauce, like what does it go with? And
Right.
people are like, yo, some people like to mix it with their turkey because they said the turkey's so dry or typically dry. So when you put the cranberry sauce with it, it kind of moistens it up. So I tried that. Well, actually, my mom made a really good turkey this year. Her turkey, actually, she made chicken. I'm lying. She made chicken.
Okay.
She made chicken.
That's why it was good.
Yeah. Actually, I'm like, yo, I was about to say that was
a really
some
good
juicy
chicken.
ass chicken. That was some
Really
juicy
good
turkey.
turkey.
That was chicken. That was actually chicken. Okay.
Bro, I could eat fucking candy yams by itself, bro. Like
cranberry sauce or candy.
no, cranberry sauce. I keep saying candy yams.
Shit stuck in your head, huh?
Yeah. I'm actually about to. I might have to spin the block and make some like late Thanksgiving.
I'll tell you what,
food.
when I did mix the cranberry sauce with the stuffing though, it was
That
good.
is a good.
It was
mixture.
good. That was a good combo.
That is a good combo.
All right. You know what? Okay. I'd have it on my plate again. You know what? Because at first I tried it with the turkey. It didn't hit for me.
Turkey, the chicken.
The chicken. The cranberry sauce and the chicken did not hit for me. But then when I put the cranberry sauce with the stuffing, I was like, okay.
Bro, you know,
I see what people were talking
remember
about.
that time we went to New Haven and we had that Thanksgiving pizza?
That was fire.
Fire. What made it was a fucking cranberry sauce, bro.
You know what? I'm not going to deny that.
That's what made the entire
have
thing.
me.
Like I'm telling you, that cranberry sauce is like the perfect like it's like all the food is like a separation. I feel like cranberry sauce like blends everything together.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Yeah. So that was my Thanksgiving, man. Feel good.
Yeah, it was a little vibe. I know we ended up like linking up towards the end of the day. Like I said, shout out to dudes. We ended up having like a good time, spent some time together, and
you know what else?
Good time.
I did Thanksgiving with my dad. Special time with my dad was we watched the World Cup.
How is that going? I know that's big news right now. I haven't seen any of it.
It was good, man. Brazil won.
Congrats.
We actually just won the other day too, so we're advancing to the next round. To the next 16.
I don't know how any of that works, but congrats.
So there is an interesting thing that's going on with the World Cup right now, and it's actually not really related to soccer. Is
I know you're telling me.
They, right now the World Cup's taking place in the Middle East, Qatar.
Yeah.
I don't even, actually, you know what I've realized? It's not even how you pronounce Qatar.
Really?
It's like Cantor or something like that. It's like yeah.
Really?
It's so American to like take a country's name and pronounce it
how you
fucking
feel like.
Yeah. You know what's funny too? Like Brazil is actually spelled with an S, but America's like, fuck that. We're gonna put a Z in this bitch.
Where the who?
Swear to God. Brazil is spelled Brasil. In America, they put a Z in it. Just cause, yo.
Maybe it's because they wanted people to pronounce it the right way. So instead of of Brazil, they said Brazil.
No. How about you just pronounce it how the fucking country that made it up wants you to pronounce it and spell it, all right?
But that's what I'm saying. Like they pronounced it right, but they just fucking
spell it how the country that made it up, right?
So like all official documents, it's an S instead of a Z.
Yeah. Tatted on my arm with an S.
Really?
Yeah. That's how you could tell like a
Brazilian?
a born Brazilian.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah. So
when you guys say Brazilian, do you change it to the Z or is it S?
It sounds the same.
No, I'm saying like when you spell it Brazilian all the way out.
Yeah,
is it still
there's no Z, man. There's no Z.
Never a Z.
Never a Z in it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yo, you know Japan's not even Japan?
What is that?
I forgot the name of it, but it's something else. Yeah.
Japan is not Japan?
Like the name of Japan in Japan is something else. I forgot the name of it. You can look this up on your phone if you want. But yeah.
I think Africa too. Africa is not supposed to be Africa. It's something else also.
I mean, America just does what the fuck they want.
It names whatever it wants to name.
So right now, the big issue with the World Cup is like they're not allowed to drink in that country of Qatar.
Yeah. I remember we were talking about that on Thanksgiving. I don't know. I feel like I would be upset too. You know, if I spend money to go, or I have my cousin from Canada is actually out there right now, and like to spend money to go all the way out there, I feel like alcohol kind of like helps you enjoy the moment more. So to go all the way out there and not be able to drink, I feel like it'll put a damper on my trip.
Yo, I guess to me
is it like no alcohol allowed at all with like in
Nah,
in the
I think
area?
at first they were gonna do like alcohol in certain spots, but I think they overall just like were like, yo, y'all not do. Yo, and it's to the point where like you can get arrested for drinking out there. Yo, you know what else they're not tolerating in over there in that country is
What's up?
You can't like I guess being gay is illegal over there. So yo, some people tried to go into the soccer stadium with the pride flag on and they got denied.
They really are religious over there. They call them infidels.
Yeah. Yo, I'm so surprised that in today's like cancel culture type of shit that like a country would really like stand on their morals.
You know, it's because it's so crazy, and Tate talks about this a lot. Is that America is a godless place? You know, like we don't really have any. I guess going back to our friend's idea of like how America has no culture, I think America also lost religion as well, and where a lot of other countries.
I actually agree to that one with the liquor, but I think. I mean, you remember at one point, like when we were in school, like when you do the Pledge of Allegiance, like it was like I pledge allegiance to God or something like that, and they took that out
completely, right? Because they wanted always separation of church and state, but I feel like in the process of that, they also America was kind of built on the back of like Christianity, hush hush in a sense, and then after a while they ended up kind of just separating from the two, and I feel like we breed the place of like the most atheists. Don't quote me on this. This is not accurate information, but like
stand on.
I feel like we breed the place of like the most atheists, and I feel like you think about it. Like you go to Africa, they believe in their religion, and like they push that heavily. You go to I think Europe or England might be the next place also, but like Japan, they believe in their religion. India, their religion. Afghanistan, their religion. Like or Middle Eastern, pretty much is just their religion, and the religion also has strict ties with government rules as well. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all, you know, that they don't allow alcohol, that they don't want to allow gay pride flags inside of these large buildings.
I mean, yo, I do understand the alcohol thing. I think the gay pride thing was a little bit extreme. It's like, I mean, you're kind of like denying kind of human rights at this point.
Right.
I just thought the drinking thing was so interesting to me because every country that's partaked in the World Cup, all their natives are having an issue with the fact they're like, yo, the people are saying like, I wouldn't have bought a ticket to go watch the World Cup if I knew you couldn't drink, and it's just like,
it makes sense. Like I said, I would be upset.
It doesn't to me, bro, because it's like, yo, are we this dependent on alcohol? I mean, this is like borderline alcoholism. Like, yo, we're like, yo, I can't go there and have fun if I can't drink. Like,
I mean, it's always been a festive thing to do.
I
like,
get it, man. But
group of people drinking has always been festive. Even the Bible talks about it. Like people drinking wine for parties and stuff. Like it's as people we've always drunk in festive environments.
But yo, you don't see an issue with like, yo, you not being able to have a good time without being like in an altered state of mind. Like that's a problem to me. Like, yo,
100%,
it's like,
yeah, I definitely think so. You know what it is like when maybe I'm a little less stringent on it because it's alcohol and I partake in alcohol, but then
cheers.
But you know, like when I see like some people that just can't live without weed and like have to smoke every single day before doing any activity, it almost gives me that same sense as well. Like, damn, like you can't function whatsoever without smoking at all. Like,
yeah,
you
but
can't,
then like
you're sober a less % of the day than you are fucking under the influence.
Yeah, but that's like the same issue with like alcohol, because like, yo, if you can't go out and drink, right, like then to the point where it's like, yo, it's not even worth going out, then like, yo, you gotta kind of do some like soul searching at that point. It's like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like I enjoy having a drink when I go out, but like I can go out and still not drink every time. You know what I mean? Like
I could go out and not drink also, but I think to like it's almost like going to like Mardi Gras and not drinking. Like it's like it'll be like
that's different.
Oh, that was different, right? Like it's like going out there and not drinking. It's like, all right, like this is fun, but like, you know, I feel like it would be more fun with alcohol. It's like it's almost like an entire thing. It's almost like you're getting robbed if like you go to like these places and don't partake in alcohol. I did look up the Japan thing though.
What's it called?
It's called
it's something with an N, right?
Yeah, Nippo-koku.
We're definitely saying it wrong, but
yeah, Nippon-koku.
Nippon. I think it's Nippon.
Yeah, Nippon-koku, but it's literally translate to the state of Japan. So it's the same thing.
But I feel like they over there they call it Nippon. Like in there.
No, it says in the English modern, the official title of the country is simply Japan, one of the few countries to have no long form name. The official Japanese language name is Nippon-koku. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
See,
we might be right. Yeah.
Yo, but you're reading this on English Google. They're gonna write this shit
Wikipedia.
to make us, to write this however.
Right.
Yo, but do you think moving forward they're gonna have the World Cup in a country like this again?
I think they'll definitely reconsider.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a long while before they put it in like another Middle Eastern country.
Yeah.
I think everywhere else is generally like, I think that area of people, they are just extremely religious overall. Like even when it comes in terms of like just their people, the way they operate outside of America, like I feel like they're one of the most devoted group of people to their religion. Like I think
Muslims don't play around, bro.
Yeah, I think in comparison to almost anyone else, you know, like even Christianity becomes like a lax religion.
Christians, chill, man.
they're like a lax religion.
Yo, we're very forgiving, yo, bro.
Buddhism, you don't really hear about them, like.
Yeah, they're just meditating.
Yeah, like you don't even really like. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, but Christians are just like, I don't know. Christians don't give a fuck. You know, like.
Bro, you can smoke crack and still go to church. Like, no problem, man.
Yeah, like I feel like, but when it comes in terms of Muslims, like they really go hard for it. Like I have a friend that's a Muslim and like doesn't have sex, doesn't drink, doesn't do anything because.
Yo, but it's crazy. Me, it's like, yo, they don't do all that and they still enjoy life.
Yeah,
that's admirable.
You know what's crazy though is that they don't do all of that and they're still promised like 7 wives when they die. Like,
yeah,
which is lit.
That is
lit as fuck.
Yeah, that's a good amount of wives.
That's a perfect amount.
Yeah,
7.
I think so.
I think 7's a lot, but like ideally.
I think in heaven your rebound time on your dick is like automatic. Like you just
no refractory period.
Yeah, you're good. You're good to go, man.
That's funny as fuck.
That's why, yo. That's why they don't fuck when they're down here. So they save all that energy from they're up there.
When they're up there again.
Yo, we're using it all up, man. We're using all the good dick up.
Yeah, I've been working on that. Actually, my refractory time. Like, I just been trying to like get right back into it and working out.
With your flashlight?
Yeah. I've been practicing.
That's wild. I respect the work ethic though.
I've been practicing. You know what it is? Because I always envied like always hear stories about like people being able to like nut and jump right back into it, right? And it's like
it's a state of mind, yo. It's a state of mind.
I was like, damn, that sounds lit. But like for me, it's like I'm always one and done. Like I'm one and I'm like I'm done for like 2 days.
Bro, bro's a sniper. Yo, you're like
yo, dead ass. Like that is it for me, right? Like the cock back reload time is fucking infinite.
You trying to be a semi-automatic.
Exactly. So like I've been actually practicing with that, and bro, that shit is fucking crazy. Like fucking like it's really good. Right.
What's up, man?
It's draining though.
Your next girl's gonna get a fucking stallion over here.
No, the crazy thing is I never had an issue with how long I last though. Like I could always last
just
a
the
while.
Rebound, like just to get back right.
Yeah, just to get right back into it. But I've been also like trying to. You know what it is, bro? I feel like I have control problems. I have issues with like having a sense of control. So like don't really get to enjoy sex. Or all of my like younger years, I didn't really enjoy sex because like I wanted to be in control of like my nut so much that I didn't get to actually enjoy the actual like activity, right? So now when like I finally like started letting go and actually being able to enjoy it, I actually see why niggas not quick. Like it makes sense now. Before I couldn't wrap my mind around it, but like I actually start to see why like people not quick because like you actually enjoy it, and then when you give yourself like a 30-second, 1 minute cool down time and then jump right back into it, bro. It's just like brand new all over again. Like, almost brand new all over again. It just takes a little bit longer, but you know, one thing I was trying to look into is they also have this thing where like I guess you can have an orgasm without ejaculation. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I didn't know how that worked either, but you know, they say that you have to be really what's the word I'm looking for?
Turned on?
No, not turned
Hard?
on. Not militant, but like so you have to have a lot of self-control in order to do that.
Bro, that sound made up.
You
that
think
sound
so?
bullshit.
I don't know. The guy was making it seem like it's like a legit thing, bro.
I don't know.
He said it's possible to orgasm without ejaculation. I don't know if it's true or not, bro.
Is he gay?
I don't know this nigga's sexual preference. I mean, he don't look gay, but like he was
gay people got to look now?
How do they look exactly? Nah, gay people do have a look now I think about it. Like, but
bro, I don't know. That shit sound like he getting fucked up the ass and he coming without jerk like nut. That's what that sounds like.
That still blows my mind that that's a fucking thing.
That's what that sounds like.
That's
how they get you, man. That's how they get you right here.
He had a whole fucking like TikTok channel on. This is back when like I was on TikTok and shit. He had a whole TikTok channel on like orgasming without ejaculation. But then like vaguely explained it. Like never really like I need step-by-step instructions, right? Like I need to know exactly how to.
You need a video tutorial?
I don't need a video tutorial. Like I need a step-by-step. Like, okay, this is what you're doing, and this is what you're doing, and this is what you do to get there. But like he like talks about it vaguely and talks about it in circles, and then like drops another video that has nothing to do with the topic at all. So it's like I don't know. I wasn't able to do it, but I always fell to temptation and just like gave up. Just gave up.
Came home.
But the refractory period, I'm definitely trying to work on jumping right back into it. Apparently that's a turn on for women. Like women like when a guy is able to bust a nut and like go right back into it again.
See, yo, it's a turn on, I think, for most women that didn't come.
Okay.
I think that's why it's a turn on. Yo, I think I always find it funny, like when certain guys will share their sex stories and be like, yeah, man, my girl be so horny all the time after sex. And it's like, yes. Like I don't think you're catching what she's putting down, man. Like, you know what I mean? Bro, I think it's always kind of funny to me how many men don't really know like that their woman is not orgasming during sex. And they're giving you like tons of hints and clues like, hey, like, you know, oh, you want to go again?
Yeah.
I'm here with you, bro. And this is not all my sexual experiences were like this, right? But most of the time, right, when a woman comes, like she has a good orgasm, like she's good. Like she's not trying. Like I mean, she'll obviously if you're up again, like she's gonna go for it.
Yeah.
But they're not like crawling at your back. Like yo, when you fuck a chick and you know, like, and she didn't come.
Yeah.
And I mean, most women aren't gonna tell you, right? Like to not like hurt your pride. But yo, they're gonna be kissing on you. They're gonna be like just
rubbing you down.
Rubbing you down. They're gonna do everything they can to like try to get
That's
you.
A valid point. Right? That's a valid point.
Yo, bro, you fuck a chick good and she comes, done. Like turned over.
Don't touch me. Don't
ass
even
naked.
smell my way.
Ass naked.
Right.
Yo, get her the tissue. Get her the towel. She's good.
Right.
You feel me? I'm not saying everyone, but most women that I feel have come is always like that. Like they're like, yo, yeah, I'm good.
You know the ones I've experienced, like I said, from primarily like this. I'm talking based off of like having conversations with women. Like I'm not like actual intimate situations, but like yeah, sometimes some of the conversations I had with women, like they say that they like when a guy nuts and then he's able to go right back into it again. Like I feel like the problem is that a lot of guys like come and then that's it. You know, like they bust and then like they're done. Like they're me. They were me. We're like they don't want it anymore. So then, like you said, like she gets left still wanting more and she's left unsatisfied. But like if you're able to bust a nut and then go right back into it and then help her get hers, I don't think she'll have a problem with that.
No. I mean, I think most guys can get back up. I think it's just more of a laziness thing.
You think so? No, for me it was like painful. Like after I have sex, bro, my dick was sore. Like,
but I think it. Like I'm saying, like it's like I think for most people, I know what you mean. I think when you come and if you go back too soon, it's like kind of hurts. Like, it's like hurts. It's very overstimulating.
And then like I just can't get fully hard again. Like,
but I think most of the time, most guys are just lazy. They're like they just. You know when you're really horny, you have like such motivation to fuck, right? But once you not, like you lose that motivation. So it's like I think most guys, once they lose that motivation, they're not like they think they can't get back up, but it's really like they're not trying to.
Okay.
For that, I think you fuck a chick, bust, give yourself a little like couple minutes, start making out with her, or she'll give you some head.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back up.
It was crazy because like I couldn't. Like I know like there was times where like I bust and I just couldn't get hard again. Like could not.
Even if you tried.
Like.
That's what I'm saying. But
maybe for like a split second, but like she'll get me like give me head or like I'll try to like beat my shit to like get myself hard again, and I just can't get right. Like I just cannot get. Hard
maybe
again.
that was like you felt a little bit of pressure. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Like if it happens, like if it happens to you once, and then like oh shit, like is it gonna happen to me? Is it gonna happen?
I'm not gonna lie to you, like
it's gonna happen to me next time, right?
Because my thing is like I would before. So we're talking about my fucking sex history and shit. Okay. But like. At one point in time, like I wasn't able to like nut from head at all, right? So then, like honestly, I was like, I'm actually gonna try. Go ahead.
You know what I almost said that, and then you met me. That was gonna sound crazy.
Yo, whose man's is this?
Nah, y'all remember we used to talk about this shit. And I'm like, yo, y'all niggas just ain't doing it. Like, y'all not getting it right. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I just couldn't.
I told you it's because I happened to me when I was younger. I couldn't nut off head when I was younger. But then like. I swear like a switch just flipped in my head without but I swear like once that shit switched, like I've been coming off head ever since.
Yeah, it's like literally like you said,
but, it's like a switch, it's in your head, It's in your head.
You know what it is like I told you, I have like this sense of control when it comes to sex. It's like because like you always hear like niggas nut quick, niggas can't fuck for shit, blah blah blah, all this shit. Niggas don't make me come, yada yada yada. So it's a lot of fucking pressure that's like when it comes down to like, actually like fucking a bitch, right? So like I've always like been super like I remember when I was like really young, like a preteen, right? I'm like, yo, please don't like just like J. Cole said, please don't let me nut quick, like please, please don't let me like be like a quick motherfucker, right? So then when I finally started fucking and I actually started having sex, bro, I just couldn't nut. And it was a complete opposite. So I used to get like a lot of shit and like full-blown arguments from like exes about not being able to bust a nut. So now I'm like fast forwarded now. So like maybe we didn't meet at that point in time. But like, I started to
just a coincidence.
It was advice, not actual practicality. But so maybe it was after that, but like, actually when I had started getting head from a woman and, I was trying to,
that sounded convincing.
Try to come from that, right? Like I feel like it took that that hill to get over, and then once I got over that hill, then it's just been like
once you get through, once you know you could do it, like it's the possibilities are endless.
right.
Like,
So then like honestly now I would rather nut from head than anything else. Like, rather than pussy, like I would rather
not in the back of somebody's throat.
bro, that shit is amazing. So then like I got over that hurdle, so now I'm trying to get over the hurdle of like having multiple orgasms. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, good luck, man.
But then that's what I was saying. So before we end it, the reason why I was saying like I couldn't really get back hard is because like I like nutting from head, and then whenever like with my ex, I would try to like come after or go fuck her after. It just wasn't there.
You had to pick one or the other.
Yo, dead ass.
Like, what are we doing, baby?
which one is it gonna be? Because you're not getting you're not getting both. And sometimes I felt bad. Like honestly, a lot of times I felt bad. Like damn, I can't get hurt. Well, like inadequate.
Nah, that's a real feeling.
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yo, all right, man. Don't go too hard on that flashlight, all right?
That shit is lovely, bro. That shit's keeping me out of trouble.
Yeah, that's always a good thing, man.
1,000%. I've been contemplating with the idea of semen retention.
All right, that's for next episode. But as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Keep giving us feedback. We definitely appreciate it. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get better. We're new to this, realm. But drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you aren't already, and we'll see you next episode.